Well, this year, the November elections will look different for many Wisconsinites following the decision to redraw assembly maps. Two candidates vying for Wisconsin's 73rd District Assembly seat debated at the UWS campus tonight, hoping to win over voters. Northern News Now's Jeffrey McClure heard from both candidates and shares what issues they're focusing on heading into November.
Two Democratic candidates representing the 73rd District took the stage Wednesday at the University of Wisconsin-Superior for the first time in a public forum. Farmer and former journalist John Adams says his focus during the campaign is on the working class. His challenger, a Northland sociology professor, Angela Stroud, says education and environmental concerns are her top priorities.
I think public dollars should be reserved for public schools only. So we are sending something like $700 million a year to private and parochial schools. It's not who we are.
Adams agreed that education is important, especially for rural communities.
And the funding formula in Wisconsin is based on a community's development tax. So when a community that isn't growing, they're simply not getting enough education funding in that community. So it's a double whammy to those kids.
The candidates also focused on big issues facing the region, including the Line 5 project and NTEC. For Adams, he believes the outside investors will reap the benefits while voters in Superior live with the impacts.
The balance between that and renewables, it seems like NTEC is a technology of the past. Putting power plants in cities is risking air quality, and that is a human right.
As for the Line 5 project, both candidates agree the project is a risk to the environment.
The problem of the reroute is it fundamentally doesn't solve the problem of the threat of contamination. This is Canadian tar sands. We bear all the risk in the Lake Superior watershed and none of the reward of this energy.
These are some of the issues in northern Wisconsin they hope to address if given the opportunity to represent in Madison. In Superior, Jeffrey McClure, Northern News Now.
Jeffrey, thank you. Now, Frank Koska is the lone Republican running for this year's 73rd District seat. The incumbent, Angie Sapik, decided to drop out of this year's race after the new assembly maps.